Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be rewatching Encino Man that was made in 2000, no, not 2000, hello, 1992. High school Jen has fond memories of this movie. Me and my friends loved Pauly Shore. We put his vernacular into everything we said as much as we could. He was just so catchy and we loved him so much. And Brandon Fraser was kind of an iconic hair thing for me. He's the reason I wanted dreadlocks when I was a teenager. Yeah, so I haven't seen this movie in over 20 years. So yeah, this is going to be a revisit, but also kind of a first time watch, because like that's a long time and I remember the gist of the movie, but yeah, so here we go. We're gonna jump into Encino Man. Again, I'm sorry, until I get used to this new format, I'm going to be reading notes. I'll probably always be reading notes because my thoughts get jumbled and I need to write them down. So I will be looking a lot at my notes. It is what it is. Y'all get used to it. It's fine. So our main characters, I guess, well, I'll explain the format. I'm going to explain the main characters of the movie and who they are and whatever. And then I will get into the gist of the movie. Okay, so our main characters are Dave, Stoney, and Link. Dave is played by Sean Astin, who I love and adore from Goonies. Most of you out there who are watching this probably know him from Stranger Things. Yeah, that's fine. I forgive you. It's fine. Dave is a high school senior who has dreams of being popular and cool and desperately wants to host the prom after party in his backyard. In fact, we see Dave, well, when we more or less meet Dave, he is digging a ginormous hole in his backyard trying to build a pool. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, go for it, I guess. Sure. Yeah. He has a huge crush on a young lady named Robin, who he wants to go steady with now that she has hit what he calls babehood. Oh yes. And they're sort of childhood sweethearts. Like they kind of grew up together, you know, as kids, and then high school happened. But Robin is dating sort of the school hunk, Matt, who's been a great source of, well, I mean, bullying, but I mean, he's just a source of problems, right? I mean, he puts him down, he plays jokes on him, he absolutely forbids Dave from seeing or looking at Robin. Yeah, he's that guy. Very controlling, very right? Dave also has quite the selfish side. I wasn't back in the day, nor am I now revisiting this movie, a fan of Dave's character. He's a douche. Okay? I don't like him. He thinks mainly about how others are going to see him and does whatever it takes to benefit the image that he's trying to create. He's a wetbag. I cannot stand that. I don't like his character at all. And then we have Stoney. played by our dear sweet Pauly Shore. Stoney is Dave's best friend, but he is very much the opposite of Dave, okay? Stoney is very happy to be himself. He is like, you know, good vibes only man. He is awesome. Yes, we love Stoney. We're very, very partial to him. He's very unapologetically himself. He has his own style, his own vernacular. Like, I mean, I would have totally been besties with somebody like this in high school. 110%. And then we have Link. Link is played by Brandon Fraser. He is a caveman who gets frozen in time, and we meet Link again when he is unearthed due to an earthquake and is found in Dave's backyard. He learns quickly. Link he's a fast learner, okay? He catches on to things really, really fast. And he's very loyal and extremely likable. Like, almost everybody just adores Link. Yeah, he's fantastic. Okay, so what happens in the movie? We're going to break it down. So our movie begins in an unknown part of the world, which later becomes the United States, okay? We meet our caveman and his significant other, girlfriend, wife, I don't know. Suddenly there's an earthquake, and then we cut out to modern day Encino, California, okay? Here we meet Dave while digging a pool in his backyard, hoping to have a prom after party at the end of the senior year. Yeah, the whole point of this party is to impress the senior class, and he hopes that this will bring him popularity and the affections of Robin, the girl that he wants to date. After one afternoon, Dave and Stoney are talking when an earthquake hits, after which Dave discovers a long chunk of ice, and Stoney tells him it's a caveman. This makes Dave think of fame and money. The boys decide to thaw out their find, and soon after, while they're at school, it ends up thawing out, and absolute wackiness ensues. Stoney and Dave return home to find that their find has melted and the caveman is missing. After following smoke and the sound of a fire alarm, they find their caveman in Dave's room, all freaked out and trying to start a fire. He is a bit of a pyromaniac. Just saying. Insanity ensues again, and Stoney calms the situation by showing the caveman a lighter. Fire. Dave convinces his parents that the caveman they now call Link, or Linkovich, they've given him the name Linkovich Chimovsky, I think is how they say it. And is an exchange student from Estonia. They enroll Link in school. Dave is convinced he'll get his fame and notoriety through Link. Meanwhile, Stoney just wants to be Link's friend. To that end, Stoney takes Link to a 7-Eleven and teaches him about the joys of junk food and, of course, the big gulp. After which they go home, or they go have a stellar afternoon at Mega Mountain. But when they go back to Dave's after, Dave goes all dad on them and gets frustrated because Link now talks like Stony. Later that night, Stony, Link, and Dave go to Blades, a rec center where all the cool crowd hangs to play video games and hockey. While there, Dave runs into some trouble with Matt, and Link intervenes. Unfortunately, this gives Matt the only excuse he needs to punch Link in front of everybody. Once outside, Dave expresses his disappointment that Link did not fight for his friends. Stony explains to Dave that cavemen don't know what cool is, that they only fight for food and survival. Later, back at school, the seniors take a class trip to a museum where they are learning about Cro-Magnon Man. While there, Link wanders away and finds himself face to face with a terrifying truth about what has happened to him. Stony and Dave find Link. When Stony and Dave find Link, he is very upset. But they let Link know that the three of them are family now and everything will be all right. The next day, Link ends up in driver's ed, and of course, absolute chaos ensues. But Stony, Link, Robin, and Dave end up at a bar. And of course, it gets raided. Everyone gets away except Dave and Link. Dave uses his one phone call to call Robin and ask her to prom. She turns him down, but asks him to ask Link if he'll go with her to the prom. Naturally, Dave is pissed and hangs up. When we next see Dave and Link, Dave has Link in the car. They drive off somewhere so Dave can dump Link off in the middle of nowhere and fend for himself. Thankfully, they were followed by Stony, who immediately calls Dave out on his bullshit. The two friends end up wrestling around a bit, but Link breaks it up and is very upset about the fight. Prom night comes around and Dave helps Link get ready for his night out with Robin. While Link and Robin are at prom, Stony and Dave are chilling in Dave's backyard. They don't realize that Matt breaks into Dave's room and finds the pictures that he had taken of the frozen caveman and other pics of the three of them together. Dave and Stony catch Matt as he's leaving the house on his way to prom to rat out Link. Meanwhile, we see a small tremor take place outside. Matt interrupts prom to announce to everyone that Link is not who they think he is. And when he tells them that Link is a caveman, they react just how you'd expect. The night carries on and everyone ends up back at Dave's, just as he had wanted. People are even swimming in the mud hole. Pool. Stony and Link are having a good time when they notice mud all over the back door. They go into the house, but then the smoke alarm goes off. They follow the smoke up the stairs to find Link's cave nug. Now, I understand when I was looking into this movie that at some point, I believe there was like a made-for-TV movie that was kind of a sequel to this. But it was done from the point of view of the cave nug, right? It was like the girl's perspective of everything. I'm not sure how true that is. I don't remember ever hearing anything about that back in the day, but what do I know? But there's no like theatrical sequel to this. And thank goodness, because I don't think that would have worked. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I really enjoyed rewatching it again. I still absolutely love Stoney. Pauly Shore did a fantastic job in this movie. And I know he went on to do a few other things. I think there was In the Army Now, and there was like one or two other ones that didn't do quite as well. I think he was kind of a one-hit wonder as far as, you know, the big screen goes. But if memory serves, he was like a VJ on Much Music for a while, like in the late 80s. So yeah, it was, I had a good time with this. I hope you all enjoyed this as well. I will take a look around and see where you can stream this movie from if you want to go watch it without my commentary. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And so until next time, take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.